am happy and excited to present that we have Cheris Monique, a certified family life educator, serial entrepreneur, confidence coach, a trailblazing businesswoman who has dedicated over a decade to transforming lives through mentorship, education, and empowerment. And there is so much more. So we're going to let her talk about that. Y'all already know what to do. Let's give a warm We Talk Weekly welcome to Cheris Monique.
There she go. How are you? How are you?
I am great. Good evening, guys. I'm so excited.
Hold on. Make sure your mic is on. Let me give me a little sound check.
Check one.
There you
There
go. There
she
you go.
go.
I'm moving this closer to you. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. So how are you? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic. Let's jump right into it.
Let's
Right?
get into it.
Let's jump right. First of all, I'm loving the green.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm loving the green.
I'm repping.
Yeah, as you should, right? I'm loving the green. Shout out to the Eagles. We gonna go. We gotta blow the whistle for a minute. We gotta pull up the
yeah.
music.
All
'Cause
right,
we gonna
come
blow
on.
the whistle. You're gonna blow the whistle before she leave. We gonna blow the whistle.
All right, don't forget.
All right, no doubt.
Okay.
And so we're gonna blow. We're gonna definitely blow the whistle. And so I just want to jump right into it. Like one, I always start with, how are you? How was your day? How's everything going on? Yeah.
Well, everything is great today. Everything, no complaints.
Okay.
I ain't even going to drag it out. No complaints. Everything happened today that was supposed to happen. I'm here through the messy weather. We made it here safely, so everything is all good.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, the things that you do, like, let's start from the beginning, right? Because you're very active. You're doing tons of things, but I want to know, where did you start your kind of like your empowered, position, beginning to get people talking and standing on business, so to speak?
So this started in 2011. I started an empowerment program for girls, and the mission of the program was to build and boost esteem. The name of the program was RAM Role Model Society, and the acronym for RAM is Refrain, Abstain, and Maintain. And outside of just being an empowerment program, the concept of the program was through TV, fashion, photography, and modeling. Those are the moving components that I use to go inside with the mission, which was building esteem and boosting confidence.
Fantastic. So Jumpin' Jack Learning Center, right? The Delaware Stars Certified Early Child Education Program. I mean, you do so many things, right? So let's talk about the kids real quick. Let's talk about the kids. Like, what empowers you to work with the youngins,
Well, like I just mentioned, I started out with this youth empowerment program for girls, mentoring girls 7 to 18 years old.
Right.
And
Was it something that triggered that, though? Specifically the young women. Like, was it something that triggered you? I gotta embrace these young ladies. Yeah.
well, one of the unique things about my program, that modeling was the component of my program, modeling, TV,
Gotcha.
fashion, and photography,
Yeah.
because I wanted to be a model. I was an aspiring model, right?
Okay.
And because of my life decisions, I had to pivot and do something else. And those life decisions was becoming a mother, a single mother. So being a mom, it was hard for me to go just jump on the road and go to New York and go to go-sees and go to auditions and even be able to afford to do those type of things. So that was my big dream goal, to be a model, to be on TV and things of that nature. But because of my life decisions, I had to pivot and do something different. And that's what I did. I went to college. I got a bachelor's degree. I started a career in basically human services, social services, and simultaneously, my second goal was to have my own program.
Yeah.
The thing was, I was going to make a whole bunch of money in modeling and start the program.
Let's give you a round of applause for that one. No doubt.
But it didn't happen like that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Nevertheless, you know what I mean? I still, birthed the program at a time where I felt as though I was ready, which was in 2011. And I birthed RAM Role Model Society. And from that point on, I became really active in the community with mentoring girls. Like, we would do fashion shows, photo shoots. We would travel back and forth to New York, Philadelphia. Outside of that, we would have different workshops and seminars that were about, life skills and survival skills. So they will be pretty much well-rounded, very diverse, and confident. So whatever they did, they will have the confidence to go out and do that. So that trickled on, that trickled into me wanting to do more. And before I even got into well, it kind of happened at the same time. The daycare and the I Am Cheris Monique brand and the Rebuild Your Life. These are all the things that I do. I Am Cheris Monique, Rebuild Your Life, Steel Toes to Stilettos. Those are all the brands that I built underneath just having that girls program, just wanting to empower girls. Just wanting to empower girls led me to wanting to empower everybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's important
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of young women that don't have the representation, and and when I say representation, I'm not just talking the black woman. I'm talking women in general. So
Yes, absolutely.
women have been oppressed at
coloring.
one, and then specifically black women, because then you have a lot of times where that little black girl has her insecurities, and she's like, I don't see myself. Where can I get that
Yes.
at? And
Yes.
these are the programs that you've started are helping.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If I had my program when I was a teenager, it would have definitely been a real impactful.
So let's talk about that when you were a teenager. Tell us some of the things that were challenges that were your battle scars, but now they're I call them warrior scars, because then
I
they're
love it.
beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it. One of the things I like most is being a native of Wilmington, Delaware, which it's a small state.
Shout out to Wilmington, Delaware in the building. Shout out to
home
Wilmington,
team. Shout out to
Delaware.
the home team, Wilmington, Delaware, home team. So it's not a state where, we are coming along. We are developing and becoming more on the entertainment side. Delaware is more of like a corporate type of state. It's not really known
The
for
best place to
art.
do your LLC.
Wait.
Right.
Yeah, so we're getting more into the arts, so music, art, fashion, acting, and things of that nature. But for me being a teenager, I was like 15, and this guy, he had a clothesline, and clotheslines wasn't even popular back then. And he had a clothesline, and he asked me to model for him, and be the face of his clothesline. And I was like 14, 15 years old, and he took me and we did this little janky photo shoot in the park. He made this little backdrop, and then went and got the pictures blown up and laminated them and posted them all around my city. So that was like my staple. They was like, oh, Cheris, she's a model. She's a model. So that in itself, at like 14, 15 years old, I believed that. They made me believe it. I didn't even know like what was happening, like mentally, psychologically, but they gave me that boost, that determination, that confidence to really go after my dreams of being a model. And I was able to go to New York. I was able to, God showed me, don't let your circumstances dictate your destiny, because I used to live from the drug-infested streets, drug addicts, poverty, low income, Section 8, and go to New York and be around celebrities, go be on, soap operas and things like that. My grandma watched soap operas. So it was just really a moment that I needed. I didn't know where it was going to take me, but because I was able to do that, I believed I can do anything. And I also believed that I can really pour into other girls. Like, if I can do it, so can you. That was all I needed. Like, to pour into Rand Role Model Society, to pour into every girl that came into my space that I needed to mentor and uplift.
Right.
So that was the key thing about being a teenager.
So we got to talk about steel toes to stilettos.
Wait.
That's that. First of all, I like the name, right? Let's go. Hold on, let me give a round of applause for them. Let's show them things, right? You got
Steel
put.
toes
Let's
to
put them on the
stilettos.
camera. Let's put them on the camera.
You got a shoe cam around here?
We right here. No, we don't have a shoe cam, but this one work.
Right
Just
here.
lift them up a little.
Am I on?
No, you're not on. This she. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull this up so you
Get the
can see
angles
where
right.
that.
Get the angles. Get the angles.
That's
Wait,
Spark
wait,
messing
wait,
up this
wait,
camera
wait,
right
wait,
there.
wait.
This she messing up the camera, right? Because we're gonna get these stilettos, right?
We're going to get it right.
Now move back a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit more. There we go. Now lift him. There we go. Yeah, look
the
at
winter
him.
white.
Yeah. Shout out to winter white. You
I
see,
wear white when I want to.
yeah, as you should. That's the thing, right? Because we make the rules.
We make the rules.
We make the rules, right? And so when we talk about and I see how you got the, it's going to coincide with your little racer stripes on your green,
jersey.
yeah.
Athletic,
I
NFC.
love it. I love
He's
it.
actually he's a celebrity stylist.
And so
that's-
don't even worry about me. We
yeah.
talking about you right now, because you put together very well.
Thank you.
Wait. India.
I
Oh my God.
right. I know. That's what I said. I was like,
I'm like, wait, why she look so familiar?
You know her.
I didn't put it together. She got a little pixie cut. Like, when I
Yes,
see her hair was as
gorgeous.
long as her. You know, she only like 2
It
feet.
don't take much, right? Don't take a lot of
You know
hair.
what I'm saying? It's all
She
good.
got books and everything.
Yeah,
I read
that's
my
my girl
little
right there.
affirmation book the other day.
We'll catch up because it ain't about her right now, right? And so still,
Shout out
so
to Indy.
Yeah, shout
India
out to Indy.
Sage
She holding
Media.
it down, and so she know what she's doing. She's in the building, right? So she's been
Yes.
doing this for a while, right? And so let's talk a little bit about, let's still toes to stilettos. Like what is that, right? And let's talk a little bit about it because I think, one, I love the name, but I think it's something we need to kind of amplify in terms of some of the work that you're doing. Yep.
Okay, so Steel Toes to Stilettos is another
Tongue twister. Say it fast.
Wait,
Say it
slow
fast.
down. Steel Toes to Stilettos. Steel Toes to Stilettos. It is another unique aspect of my life. So Steel Toes to Stilettos represents the workforce, and it also represents the actual physical labor that I have put into my life with rebuilding my life.
That's right.
With rebuilding my life. So, for one, I'm a craftsman, a laborer by trade. And while I was working as a laborer, I was able to become financially comfortable. Financially comfortable where it made me be able to pursue my other dreams and goals, because it's hard. Like when you have dreams and there are things that you're passionate about, it's hard to stay focused on those things when those bills is coming in, when you got kids to take care of, when you're living check to check. So Steel Toes to Stilettos represents and is the face of rebuilding, putting on those steel toe boots every day, putting on that PPE, that personal protective equipment, the safety goggles, the hard hat, the no mix. And this is literally and figuratively, because even though I'm not in the union now, I don't go out and I don't work in the field and put on personal protective equipment, but I do. I really do every day. Every day, we lacing up our steel toe boots.
That's right.
Every day we're putting on our hard hat. Every day we're putting on our protective goggles, because we literally have to protect ourselves from the elements of the world, the haters, the naysayers, the demons. All those type of
100%,
things that come against you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Steel Toes to Stilettos represents. It's also a podcast and a radio show, syndicated radio show.
Okay, let me give you a round of applause for that. Some people in the building. Yeah, shout out.
Yeah. So I'm very proud of it. I did all these things like in the last 5 years of my life.
Okay.
So it's never too late. I say that
right.
to say it's never too late. I turned around and bust U's and went back and did things that I wanted to do in my 20s. I'm almost 50, y'all. So it's never too late. It's never too late. It's never
I got a
too
question
late.
for you. We were talking about DEI earlier today, and people are now like boycotting Target, Amazon. What's your thoughts on that, on the whole DEI and the new Trump administration? I mean, do you stand with it or against it? What are your thoughts?
I'm not a political analyst or expert. So let me say that. I don't really get into politics. I just like to do what feels right. What feels right. And right now, it's about humanity to me. That's more so what it's about to me.
Right.
Set aside from politics. Politics is going to be politics no matter what.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's about humanity to me. And when I think about, Target and Walmart and Amazon, I'm like, man, like, Walmart is around the corner from my daycare. I need Walmart.
That's
Like,
right.
Walmart is very, very convenient for me and, my everyday living in my business. So it's something that I'm just taking in day by day and really trying to figure out. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out, what do we do? Where do we go from here? Because it's so new. I think it's new for all of us. This new term with Trump feels very different than the last term.
it
It
really
feels
does.
very different.
It really does.
agree.
So I'm just taking it day by day. Some of the policies and things that he is doing, they don't feel fair. I'm just praying that the end result is for the benefit of all of us. Like I said, I'm no political analyst, but
Good answer.
I mean, when it's all said and done, I think that we as a people, we as Black people, we should take this opportunity and try to unite together.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? On a international, national, forefront. I think we should use this as an opportunity. I like turning negatives into positives. So if this is an opportunity for Black people to come together and say kumbaya, and we can come together and do our own thing, that's what I'm for. That's what I'm rooting for.
Fantastic. Proud mother, 3 sons.
Yeah, 3
No
boys.
daughters.
Oh, thank God.
3.
She a boy mom.
I wanted a daughter, but now these days I'm like, thank God.
Yo, listen, I wanted a daughter. That's funny.
God.
Well, I got a couple goddaughters. I call them mine anyway, but you know, a little stepdaughter. But I want to know, 3 sons.
3
3
sons.
sons.
Yep.
3 sons. Girl, my girl. What's it? Boy
Boy
mom.
mom.
Boy mom.
Yeah.
You a soccer mom too?
Yes.
Yes. You
I
gotta
was
be.
a
You gotta be.
Well, hold on. My
I
kids
know.
are grown though.
No
I
doubt.
was a soccer mom.
Okay.
My oldest son is like what 29, 25, and
Wow, yeah.
18. So
Right.
those things. I'm waiting for the grandkids now. But the ironic thing about my oldest son, he played basketball all his whole high school year was basketball, and he was okay.
Yeah.
You know, he was okay. He never would go past the okay point. You know, like.
Yeah.
But when he got to 12th grade, he tried out soccer. You know, he was the bomb.
Wow.
MVP
That's what's up.
awards,
Let's
and it
give
was
him a round of
his last
applause.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give him a round of applause for that. Yeah,
So
for
I
sure.
was very happy for him because that did a lot for his confidence. Even though, you know, it was his last year of high school, he was able to see what it feels like to be acknowledged and to, you know, really excel in something and do great. So
No doubt, no doubt.
I'm a soccer
Fantastic.
mom.
There you go.
I'll
Let's
take
talk.
that.
Let's talk about the hubby though. Hubby been holding you down.
y'all got all that information.
We
on
got
there?
all that information. We do our
Y'all know
little
all my
research, man. Yeah,
business.
absolutely.
Y'all know all my business.
We gotta get a shout out to the brothers that's holding the sisters down, right?
Shout out to my husband, Mr. Jones.
No doubt, no doubt. The dogs. You got some beautiful dogs, right?
Shout out to our kids.
Okay. Yeah. They girls. Or they
I have a girl, Lola. She's a
Okay.
Frenchie.
I got Frenchie too.
You have a Frenchie?
I got I got Frenchie.
Y'all gonna have a Rottweiler, Roddy.
Okay, no doubt. You got
Got
Roddy.
big dog and a
Frenchie
little
and a
dog.
rock. And they probably get along.
They do. They fight and play, but my Rottweiler is really, really nice. He's really a friendly dog. He's like a baby. So
And I'm looking at the beautiful pendant around your neck. Tell us about that.
this is my mother-in-law.
Aww.
Yeah, she passed away in 2019. She's a breast cancer survivor. So yeah.
Fantastic. Now you know the reason why you're here, right? We gotta jump into that, right?
Twerk shop.
Yeah. What is the twerk shop? Talk to us. What is the twerk shop? Right?
So twerk shop is a safe space for women.
Okay.
This will be my 3rd one. And through women empowerment, I like to do things that are really fun and energetic. And I like to, you know, be a little risque a little bit. Like go to the edge a little bit. You know, when people see twerk shop, they're either like, oh my gosh, what is it? Or they're either like, But it's cool though. So, so twerk shop is a women's empowerment event. And it's an event where women can come and be themselves. They can feel comfortable in the skin that they are in. It is a safe space for you to be you unapologetically. You know, we don't have nowhere where we can go and just be ourselves outside of, you know, the privacy of our own home. We are so used to being degraded. We're so used to being talked about. We're so used to being looked at as sex objects and pieces of meat, and men just looking at us like we are just there for their benefits, this, you know, of sexual type of things like that. So it's hard for us to embrace our own sexuality because we're always have to look over our shoulders to see who's watching. So with the efforts of me, you know, being who I am, a confidence coach and wanting to empower females, I created this space called the Twerk Shop because girls definitely like to twerk, where they can come and twerk and be empowered at the same time. Body positivity, you know, the self-image disorder is something that we all deal with in some form or shape. So this is a space where women can come and embrace those insecurities and also be uplifted at the same time.
And it sounds like, you know how pole dancing at one time was like a bad stigma, but now women have embraced it.
Yes.
Like now they're doing pole dancing, bridal showers. They're
Yes.
doing, and it's an exercise.
Exercise,
Like
yep.
it really
Yep.
is, in order to pull yourself up on there, and it helps with like body positivity and things like that. So tell us, if someone were to do the twerk shop, what can they expect?
So Twerk Shop 2025, they can expect vendors. They can expect good food. We also have a celebrity choreographer, Mariah Jasmine, who's going to come and do the dance instruction, which she will teach the girls, a little 1, 2, 3, 4 sexy little step, routine. It is February the 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. So we are getting the girlies ready and loosened up for themselves or maybe their husband and their whatever. But it's something where they can treat themselves in a form of self care. Look at it as a form of self care. So we have Tinkerbella, who is right here from Philly, who was going to come bring the vibes, who's going to
Shout out
come
to
get the
Tinkerbella in
baddies
the
hyped
building.
up. Yes, Tinkerbella. We have Mariah Jasmine, who I said is the celebrity choreographer. We have our host, Steph the Light, who is going to keep the energy going as well. We have Gio, who was also another partner
Shout out to
with the Twerk Shop, who
Gio, my
has been
girl.
working behind the scenes for the brand and for the event.
Yeah.
Body positivity. It's all about body positivity. That's what the Turk Shop is all about. And I thank you for, letting me come on and letting me get the word out because it needs to be said. It needs to be clear and clarified so people really understand what Twerk Shop is all about. Hopefully I can bring a new meaning to Twerk Shop. It is, only from West Africa. They only used to twerk on the coasts and, as a celebratory dance. So,
And I think
celebrating Black history.
also
Makes
it's
it-
like women at one point, a lot of women don't know really their sensuality. Like they don't know how to be sexy. A lot of women are like, hey, teach me how to walk and teach me. And the husband is saying, you ain't got to do this out there. This is for me. So if she comes to the twerk shop, she can learn the sensuality to just like entertain her husband.
At home,
You know what I
yes.
mean? At home. So it's not, so I think it's perspective on how people look at certain things. Can I read this? What is the twerk shop?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this, what is the twerk shop? A ladies' night out like no other. We're breaking down stigmas, building sisterhood, and creating space for women to own their confidence unapologetically. Good vibes, good energy, no judgment. Move your body, connect with powerful women. Step into the new year boldly. It's all about networking across, embracing your body, and prioritizing your physical health while having the time of your life.
Oh,
Let's give a
my
round
Girl.
of applause. Let's give a round
They
of
need to
applause.
come to the twerk
Amazing.
shop.
Shout out to the twerk shop in the building.
Twerk Shop, February the 13th, Wilmington, Delaware, the Dahlia.
That's what's up.
No doubt, no doubt. So, listen, I think you said everything. So, look, how can they get in contact with you and all that good old stuff? Find out more about you, where you at. They want to get at you.
Okay, so people, please follow me on my socials. I am Cheris Monique. That is Cheris with a C. Cheris Monique, Monique. Instagram, I am Cheris Monique. Facebook, I am Cheris Monique. If you go to my socials, the link is in the bio for the event. If you go to my socials, you can find a little bit more about me and everything that I do. The website is on there as well, www.iamcherismonique.com, which also has more information about the event and more information about myself. I am Cheris Monique. Again, Twerk Shop 2025 is going down February the 13th in Wilmington, Delaware at the Dahlia. Get your tickets. Come hang with us in Delaware. Come pregame with us. Body positivity.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead,
And don't
go ahead.
forget, it's the after party too. We going up on a
Oh,
Thursday,
wow.
y'all. We going up. It's going up in Wilmington, Delaware. The after party is at none other than Suite 411, Riverfront. It's the baddies night out. Come hang with us.
It's the daddy's night out, huh? Come hang with us. And so listen, let's talk a little bit about So first, I need to know, because this is whether I kick you off the show or not. Who you riding for? Bro,
You already know.
here we go. Blow the whistle. Yeah. Let's go.
Go on, oh, hey.
Every time you done this, say what? No.
you're still on the show. Shout out to you. Give me a round of applause. Give me a round of applause. She blew the whistle with us. So go Birds. We're going to take this thing. Go Birds. We're
They
going to take
got
this
this.
thing. Yeah, we
They got it. This is rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
this.
So real quick before we let you go, right? Why don't you tell maybe a young lady who might watch this? You know, we try to keep our show like PG. You know what I mean? So we don't do too much. We don't get into the nonsense, right? So it might be a young lady watching this, looking at you and like, oh my gosh, I love her. One day I want to be just like her. What would you tell this young lady? What would you tell her?
I would tell any young lady it is really okay to do your own thing. When we are young, we always trying to fit in and figure out who we are, and we always looking at someone else trying to follow what that person is doing. If I could go back and be a teenager again, I would really just do my own thing and be my own person and ride with that all the way. I think that gets you a lot of places. I think that says a lot about who you are as a character when you can stand alone and be unapologetically who you are and no imposter syndrome, not following nobody, you know what I mean?
That's heavy, yeah.
You know, just doing your own thing and find out who you are.
Yeah.
You know, who you are. And I know it's easier said than done, but if you start while you're young, then once you get our age, then it'll be cake work.
What would you tell your 13-year-old self?
My 13-year-old self? Darn, that's a good one. My 13-year-old self.
As soon as you became a teenager.
I would tell my 13-year-old self, stay away from boys.
I say the same thing when it's actually stay away from them girls.
Stay away from boys. Stay away from boys. When you're 13, a lot is going on with your body and your emotions and your hormones, and you just trying to figure out. It's like it's like when you're 13, you're a kid, but you still feel grown.
Yeah.
When I was 13, I felt like I was probably thinking like I was 20 when I was 13. Like seriously, I really feel like when I was 13 years old, I probably was thinking like an 18 or 17-year-old, and nobody knew that. My mom didn't know that. My aunts didn't know that. My dad didn't know that. They didn't know what was going on in my brain. But that was just because of, life, looking at people, absorbing, being a sponge, you know what I mean? And ain't no telling how kids, they're today is way different. It's different.
Interesting. And this is a similar question, but knowing what you know now, if you knew then, what would you change?
My confidence.
Look at you, round of applause for that.
Yeah, my confidence. It kind of goes into like, when I said doing your own thing, not being clicked up, not being a follower. And that takes confidence. It takes confidence. And we always worried about what somebody thinks, what somebody going to say about us. And as soon as you learn not to care or not to put energy into what someone else is thinking about you, you know what I mean? It helps build, who you are as a person, build your confidence. So the sooner you get that confidence, the sooner you are totally invested in who you are and not caring, I think that sets the tone to how far you're going to go in life and how fast you're going to get there.
Yeah.
And with, trials and tribulations, you might be able to dodge, you know what I mean? So that's what I feel.
Last question.
Go ahead.
Legacy do you want to leave to your family, to all the businesses and the girls that you have mentored?
I never really thought about it, to tell you the truth. Because for me, rebuilding my life at this age, it's like I'm just now starting it, figuring it out, a little bit. But when you say legacy, I think about my daycare center. Jumping Jacks Learning Center is something that my mom started. I only opened up a daycare because my mom had a daycare for 28, 29 years. And I closed her daycare down and opened up my daycare. So now she works with me. So it's like I continued her legacy.
Wow.
Her and her two sisters, they all had daycares. So when you say legacy, that's what I think about when you say legacy. I am carrying a torch that was started from my aunts and my mother, and I'm totally grateful for that because they are the ones who showed me, that I could be an entrepreneur, showed me that I could be a businesswoman, and to me, that's what legacy is.
Yeah, you walking in the shoes of greats.
Yeah, shout out to my mother, auntie, and my aunts.
Fantastic. Real quick, I want you to think about this real quick. Right, I'm gonna throw you a curveball because I like you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. Right. I want you to dig in your purse, dig in your bag, all the way in the bottom, right? And I want you to think of the one thing no one else knows about you that you can tell us today. So you got to dig deep. That even the hubby don't know about you,
Oh,
the
my
kids,
goodness.
and you got to dig deep. They call it a Snapple fact. What's one thing no one else on the planet knows about you that you tell us today?
I cry a lot.
Yeah. Well, you work hard, so I can see that.
I cry a lot.
Yeah.
Nobody knows I cry a lot.
Oh, you keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I cry a lot when I'm probably by myself. I'm getting teary-eyed now just thinking about it.
Oh, wow. Is it the fragility? Like, what is it that
It's the fact of being strong all the time. You know, we always show up feeling like we have to have a cape on, feeling like we have to be strong, feeling like we have to be there for everybody. So it's hard. We seldom give ourselves, you know, that time to just be who we are, just to remove the layers and be this regular. Like, we deal with so much from being a mom
That's right.
to being a business owner to being a wife. And just dealing with life and society and everything that brings. And even with, you know, the trials and ups and downs of this a life, and you just have to just keep on moving, just keep on moving, just keep on moving. And then when can you break down? When can you just be like, oh my gosh, I'm tired?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I got
you don't
you.
really get that. You know, we don't really get that. So that's why I cry a lot.
wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
And I don't. Let me say this.
Yeah.
I'm okay with showing people
Yeah,
the
for
vulnerable
sure.
side of me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how can I not? Like, soon you said,
Right.
soon I said I cry a lot. Then I immediately got
Yeah.
emotional because I immediately thought about everything. In this 1 second, I'm thinking about everything, the
Everything, yeah.
highs, the lows, the good things, the bad things. You know what I mean? And just because I'm crying doesn't mean I'm sad. You know what I
Understood.
mean?
Yeah,
It don't mean I'm
absolutely. Yeah,
sad. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me being transparent.
I love that. I love that. Well,
And can I get a napkin?
yeah. We got some outside. Hold on. Let me,
I'm so into the interview. Like,
Oh, this is-
oh
here
gosh,
we
the
go. This is-
authenticity of
Thank
it was
you.
You're
just
welcome.
like,
You're welcome. Yeah, absolutely.
like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we love you here. We
Yeah,
Talk
it's
Weekly.
such a
You know what I'm
beautiful
saying?
experience.
You know, it's one of those things. See, and this is what's great about We Talk Weekly, right? So we make sure that our conversations are organic. So we don't know what we're going to ask you, right?
Okay.
And so a lot of that comes by way of who you are, right? We interview you by who you are. We want to humanize you. We love the fact that you're a businesswoman and you're a go-getter, but it's those moments like what you just shared to us that means a lot because it's someone else there
Yes.
that may be watching this that's like, I feel like that. When can I be fragile?
Right.
Because imagine all the fellas that feel that way.
Oh, man.
When can they be fragile? Because we're always have to be, we fighting everything.
Yes.
So that's one of those things when you
That's
with
deep.
your husband and just like, baby, when can you be fragile? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those times. And it's like, I think that you hit on something that identifies with a lot of people. A lot of people can identify with. So we love you here. We Talk Weekly.
I love y'all back.
No doubt. And one thing that we say with We Talk Weekly is once you come to the show, you're a friend to the show. So you're always welcome to come back.